Welcome to round 3 of Drivers' Room Endurance Championship Tier 1 at Bathurst. So you can see the tyres there. Tonight's cars is Group 4. So interesting choices face out in Group 4 in 2020. Lots of new cars, new entrants into Tier 1. Usual mixture of tyres. Now there is a mix-up apparently glitch and pole, so it's the opposite way round. So I believe it was actually Spiff was on pole and Plutz, but I'm not going to. Front row is Plutz and CS Smith in the Lexus and the NXS, both on soft tyres. It's a Mustang and Jaguar for DJ Rice and Senna, both of those on soft tyres there. Row 3 is a Lamborghini. And the first front wheel drive car of the Megane for Camaro and Hit the Mac, both on soft tyres. Row 4 is Canny and Knee Jogger. Knee Jogger's gone for the Lancer, that's an interesting choice. And we've got the Jaguar for Canny. Row 5 is Daz and the Wilkinator. And the Ferrari and Lexus. And row 6 is Citroen of Ben on soft tyres, and the Megane Trophy of Jules on super soft tyres. And standing at the back due to disconnection is Muller in the other front wheel drive car, the Megane on soft tyres. 60 minute race, sorry, as usual. And let's get to the start of the race. Build up as the lights come on, and away we go. See if everybody gets away cleanly. Heavy damage as always in Tier 1. There's got a little bit of an onboard shot there. Repeat from the start. CS Smith gets round the first corner first and Plutz us dropped behind the Mustang of Senna and the Jaguar. DJ Rice as they get down to the first corner. They start to head up to the mountain top first. As we do some onboard footage there with Plutz looking as they go up the mountain. And Senna and Rice are side by side in front. It's like Muller's got up a position, so C.S. Smith is in the lead. He's got Ian Senna down the Mustang. The Jaguar of DJ Rice, followed by the NSX Plus. There's like the Lamborghini going wide there, hit the Mac. There's Canny in the Jag, the Ferrari, and then the front wheel drive. Followed by the Lancia. As we go down the field, and everybody seems to be running. I can't see anybody with any damage in the first thing. C.S. Smith comes out of Forest Elbow and heads down towards the chase on Conrad Straight. There's Butts there in fourth, and these top four are starting to pull a gap there, overhit the Mac and the Lamborghini, which seems to have suffered recently in the Gr4. It was the car of choice at one point. Maybe the new tyre model has not helped with that car. Oh, Daz goes deep, completely misses his braking point, and it looks like Muller's got himself up to 8th on the lap 1. As Smith comes over the line to start lap 2. Senna, DJ Rice, Plutz, hit the Mac. Canny under threat from Kim and Knee Jogger. As they come out of Hell's Corner and head down the first straight. It looks like Kim's got the move done on Canny. The McGann Gr4 is quite quick enough straight line. Smith seems thin, and looks like Plutz has got past DJ Rice there. Don't know if he went deep into a corner. As we get the overhead shot of the things, as we go on board with Plutz the Duck now, as he's looking at the rear part of Senna's Mustang as we go over the things, the mountain section. As we head down in towards the dipper, as it comes this left thing, as the thing dips, can unsettle the car if you hit it wrong. There's Knee Jogger and Lancer. He's going to suffer today. He's going to need the slipstream of Canny in front of him to protect him, but he's going to struggle to get past the Jag on the straight as Plutz pulls out and he moves alongside Senna as we come down the chase. So we go side by side. And Plutz gets the move done and moves up to second. Senna is immediately under threat now from DJ Rice again in the Jag. Kamara looks to move up the field. There's Canny, there's Knee Jogger, there's Muller, Ben and Jules, Daz, and the looking at he's gone in the pits already. He must have damage on that Ferrari. We head off on lap 3. Difficult place to overtake. Here, but Muller's trying to use that superior speed there. As we're looking on board, shot now as he pulls out. He's not got the move done this time. He thinks better off and slots back in. Oh, that looks like Canny's put himself in the wall. Understeer must have got out too wide and gone too hot into the corner there. Got on the marbles. He's had it. It's Plutz now leads to start making inroads into Smith's lead. So Smith comes out of the Forest corner, head down the comrade straight. Looks to have probably puts us right on the edge of the slipstream there. He's already pulling a gap out from centre, who's now back under threat. You look over his rear wing of Daz has missed his braking point for 2 laps on the road there, and Ben's had to give him room as he come back on the track, and that's put him under threat from Jules behind him. Smith comes down the straight. Plus maybe the thing is, and it's like DJ has got past Senna. Maybe we'll see a shot of that at the moment. Senna looks like he's going to finish, and it looks like Muller's pulling out again on knee jogger. He's got the move done here this time, and he's going to clear the knee jogger well before the turn, and he moves himself up. As knee jogger, the Lancer is very quick over the top, but it's pretty much single file. Unless somebody makes a large mistake, you're not going to get past. Pretty silly to overtake with the wall so close as well. You're going to result in damaging somebody, if not both cars. Patience is the key at Bathurst as we look at Smith going down through the dipper, coming down to Forest elbow. He puts us a lot closer this time. Smith seems to be using his tyres a lot more, and he's gone deep into that corner. He got on the brakes very late. He may put himself under threat this time coming down the straight. Now he's going to make it through, so try and position the car now for coming out of Hell's Corner is his next probably best overtaking opportunities. He tries to push himself closer, needs to be probably that distance behind into the turn 1. And try and get a slingshot for the slipstream. If you're too close, you don't fit in. As we look at Senna now in 3rd position, and it looks like DJ Rice may have had an issue. He's under threat from the Lamborghini. Have hit the Mac as they go in, and Mac pulls off, but I don't think the threat subsides now. Can the Lambo get a run on the mighty fast Jaguar coming down the straight? Doesn't look like it can. Looks like Kimaro catching up to this battle as well. Soon going to be a 3-row battle, and you don't want to be in the middle in a 3-row battle. You're out at the front or at the back. This Putz has not gone past, but he's now well and truly in the exhaust pipe. We'll go and look at some on board shots as they come over the top. Can Putz himself with a bit of a push of the wall by Smithy there. And he's gone wide. That's it, he's lost traction, would have to lift. Otherwise he'll end up spinning and Putz goes through. There's Muller and knee jogger there. Can he? Daz. Ben, Jules and Wilkinator have been at the rear as Putz looks to pull the lead out. Now he's that good exit to protect himself, but I don't think Smith is close enough. Look at Senna being chased by Rice, and it's like Kim's I mean, so obviously Mac's not had a good exit half up Hobo coming down the hill. He's now under threat, so he needs a little bit of patience here to go back, as Smith and Rice are both in the pits, as well as Muller. As Nijogger moves through now, he takes those positions with pretty quick pits now, as in all pits, for Gran Turismo since a previous update when they changed the pit times. This has destroyed a bit of strategy. So Smith has funneled in fourth by the looks of it, behind Senna, and Kim's still behind the Lambo. He obviously didn't get an exit out. Maybe his tyres are starting to go. Looks like they are. Muller's come out in front of Ben on fresh tyres. Lutz now needs to make hay, and Smith will really want to get past Senna as quick as possible. Senna is also, his tyres are pretty shot there. Does have a reputation for being a bit of a tyre shredder. It's a choice here, really. You want the front brake bias to get the best out of the car coming down the hill, but unfortunately with that comes, for front wheel drive cars, comes the height and tighten wear. It's a payoff between slightly slower maybe and setting your brake bias rearwards. To conserve your tyre life. It looks like with Smith's early stop and Senna's tyres, that both of them have gone with a front loaded brake bias. The race leader goes into the pits. Probably a lap earlier than what I expected. I expected to go in 15 minutes, as Muller seems to have picked up a penalty from somewhere. Gran Turismo, the penalty fins, as he looked on the back of Canny, but Canny's pulled out of the way, so Muller will take a position back. As we've got a couple of people in the pits, I think Camaro and Canny, as well as maybe Nijogger are in, as puts us straight. He's now under threat. A little bit after the pit stop, it looks like Smith got a bit of an undercut. This is probably what Plutz was thinking by pitting the lap early, was maybe to nullify that undercut. He knew Smith will be coming. I think the problem coming out of Senna is the only reason why Smith is not in front. So Plutz is trying to get his tyres warm. Of course, nowadays the cold tyre model is a little bit more accurate. A bit of dust cut up there by Senna's still out on those old tyres. He's losing a lot of time sticking out. He's probably going to pit this lap. Looks like he's going for a free-stop strategy. Look at King coming down the hills. Yes, he pitted. He's got Muller behind him now in 7th. Then there's a gap to Nijogger, then Daz. Then we've got Ben under threat from Jules, but the problem is, I mean, the Citroen's not great on a straight line, but the Megane Trophy is even worse. Very good car to get a lap time out of, but unfortunately it suffers in race conditions due to its lack of top speed. Smith gets a bit squirrely on the exit there, and that's going to cost him a bit of time. Senna goes into the pits finally to allow DJ Rice to go through, and maybe the Lamborghini have hit the Mac. So purple section there from DJ Rice. Let's hit the Mac as he through. Yeah, Senna, and Senna's come out of the pits and is underfoot by Kim. As we go side by side into the corner, it's going to be tricky. One of them's going to have to pull back here because you don't really want to go for the section. And so that's the reason why. I suspect Kim's probably picked up some damage there. Yes, he has. It's not really sometimes bravery there. There's a bit of foolhardiness, I think, from Kim to move. Once he hadn't got it gone, he was probably better to wait until the comrade's straight and try it again, I think. Stay patient, and Flux is now pulling a lead out on Finn, and DJ is pretty much on his own at the moment as we look at Lamborghini, and Kim has well and truly dropped it. No, sorry, Senna and Kim, and then Muller is now nearly on the back of Kim. His new jogger, Canny. Looks like Jules has got through past Daz, so Daz might have had another issue. He might come under threat pretty quickly with the Lexus charging behind him, and saying that here comes the move. Maybe Ben's had an issue there. He seems to be at the back. Some big incident come in. There's a lot of cars will drop places. Oh, and Dad has missed that braking point again. That's the third time he's gone off there. There's 20 minutes in, Plutz is the leader, Hit the Mac has just gone in, C.A. Smith is in second, D.A. Rice in third, Senna in fourth, Kim fifth, Muller sixth. There's the battle of the two front wheel drive cars coming soon. Kim's got a slightly damaged car, but I think Muller may have picked damage up as well. Brushing the wall. The Muller's running on super soft, Kim's running on softs. Let's come over the top. Here the first two front wheel drive entrance into the DREC, the tyre wear. Can be quite excessive front wheel drive cars due to all the weight being over the front wheel, and asking the front tyres to not only to push the car along but accommodate the weight of the engine as well as turn. It's quite easy to get excessive heats, as Daz seems to have dropped behind Ben with his incident now, and Ben's back up, and Jules may have been there. Let's put in a purple lap. He's in the 211s. Oh, Smith's got all out of shape. He's picked up engine damage. Going to keep his place by the looks of it, and he has just come out behind Senna again, as Muller's got a far better drive and then maybe the damage to the front splitter of Kim is slowing him down. Muller goes purple through the first sector, and it looks like he's got the move done before the corner. And we're now looking to try and latch onto the battle in front of him here and drop Kim as quick as possible. So look at knee jogger there and hit the Mac, the Lambo. There's Cannies. We've got an onboard shot now from CS Smith as he come over the top as he looks to try and pull back on Senna. He's on fresh tyres and again, it does seem to be going through his tyres very quickly. Does it nice and easy to go through. It is, stays in third gear where some go down to second. So on this next corner, Fast Elbow is one of the most important corners on the track and he's got a good turn in. Senna hasn't. He's got on the power early. Senna gone slightly too deep into the corner there. Couldn't get on the power. It's probably because of the older tyres. Smith moves up position back to third. He has done a pit stop more than the two people in front of him. So we move forward to lap 11. CS Smith is now in second after the more pit stops have gone through. Plus is leading. Senna is in third place. Muller is now up in fourth. Nijogger fifth. DJ Rash sixth. Hit the match seventh and Kimara eighth. As Muller looks to come in the pits. Will this cost him a position to Nijogger? I suspect it probably will. Nijogger's pretty close. DJ Rice is in afterwards. He's dropped quite a lot. He must have had an issue with his C. As Kamara goes through. So a bit of rejuggling of positions there. So Muller's back out on super soft tyres. Keaton now on super softs as well. Damage his fits. Can he make any inroads into his fellow front wheel drive driver? GA Rice seems to have a bit of a bad one. Both Jags running together as Daz is leading the rear group. Wilkinator's made a little bit of a recovery from his bad start. There's Ben and Jules is underway now. He must have had another issue. He keeps dropping down further on that finish, but he's losing his tyres up a little bit more. You'd notice on the thing that he's braking heavily coming into that particular corner. This particular corner of the road, he's braking far too late and damaging his tyres. As Nijogger looks to pit, Mac's gonna go down and take third position. Let's jump ahead to lap 13 as Pluck's out of the race leader. Probably looking to pit. There's a big slide there. Let's go a little bit down the field. Don't forget to watch the other YouTubers, AGT Racer or AGT Grimlock as he is in his PSN is his channel for Sunday League action, and Tier 2 DREC puts the duck as well for Tier 1 and Tier 2 action of the Drivers' Room Endurance Championship. Kamaru for live streams and Drivers' Room Festival Speed, which is currently GR2 Championship running on a Sunday night. So DJ Rice for Sunday League action, and from Tier 1 and 2 Endurance Championships is the Lamborghini starting to come under threat here. Jamie D also does live streams. All Drivers' Room races he's in. And Knee Jogger, who will be doing DREC Tier 1 and Tier 2 races. I think I've mentioned everybody there. Daz is further down the field now as Topsy Turvy in those back 4th places. Sweet look, now it's puts pulled out quite a lead and has got a pit stop in hand with a 13.799 lead over Smith, and his tyres are going off again. You see it, you see that red box appear, that's his on his inside left. This is heavy braking coming down the hill. Same with Mac there, heavy on the brakes on the forward elbow. He's ripping his tyres up, but it's not done. He hasn't got a good exit, and he's going to come under threat here from the gang of Muller behind him. Klutz is in the pits. Muller gets the move done by the looks of it. He's losing a little bit of speed, but yeah, he's got the inside for the next corner, and he's a full car's length ahead. Smith is also into the pits. And there's Ben now, who's back to 9th as we move forward a little bit to lap 15. Muller's now in 3rd, Mac 4th, Knee Jogger 5th. Followed by Kim and DJ Rice. Vulcanator has had a good recovery drive to get where he is after his opening lap. Canny is a bit hit and miss. And it looks like we've lost Ben, another disconnection. No, Ben's still in it, he is in it. It's Jules. It's going to be under threat from Matt Lexus again. Dad's going to go up. More importantly, Rude Dad's hit his braking point coming into the next corner. Braking point's usually about 125 to 150 depending whether you're in the slipstream. There's Vulcanator and Kim are both in the pits. And there's our racer leader Plutz the Duck. By 2nd place, C.S. Smith. Squirrely coming out there, trying to get in the power early. As we look on board with Knee Jogger, his Matt goes too deep into the corner, allowing Knee Jogger to slip through. Knee Jogger needs to put a little bit of a gap to keep himself safe from the fin as we move to 3rd place as Muller on his own. Started 12th. The new jogger takes the brakes a lot earlier, doesn't put the pressure through the tyres. The smoother that's in there, gone to his man, does tend to pay off. Smoother on the tyre wear, smoothness is everything. It's a 60-minute race, so trying to over brake too early, it's going to damage your tyres and actually costs you more time in the long run rather than braking slightly earlier and not put as much force. As Muller's gone in the pits in third place, looks like New Jogger may move back up. DJ Rice also pits in the Jag. People set to there from Smithy. It was a little bit too late there. There's New Jogger in the slug as he calls it. It's incredibly slow down the straight, that answer. It's got an awful gearing system where it bogs down going from 4th to 5th. There's a good Camaro there, and he's back on soft tyres after one stint on super softs. As we look at DJ Rice and hit the Mac. Canny there, who's looking like he might be all on his own. What happened? He's 2:13s, 14s, so a couple of seconds off the leading pace. And we've got Daz who's still maintaining in front. He's now to pull out away from Jules, and Jules is going to come under threat from Wilkinator. As Butts comes down the chase, through the chase in lap 17 to start lap 18 very soon. Oh, New Jogger's on deep into the corner there. That's going to help him with that car going down. See, you can see how it bogs down in 5th where it's got a really long 5th gear. That's because it's really not a GT3 car and it's got a 5 gears on it instead of what really needs to be 6. Oh, and Jules has gone off things in his tyre weights. But you can see how bad the tyre wear is to the front. He's obviously got his brake bars to the front as well. He's got spin effect from Ferrari, it's a lot faster. This is the problem with it, is they come through the chase, the kink in the fin and it's the heavy braking zone at the end of Conrad Straight. And you can see there on the you can just turn the outside right, the red box appear around the tyres, and that's the tyre wear he put on as he's heavily braking, trying to outbrake himself, I think. It's like Muller's got past New Jogger again. Over the top this way, New Jogger is quicker, but he's got the problem. He's no way past. As they go through the dipper, Muller's got a better run there. New Jogger's in too deep. That's lost the downforce there on the front, causing a bit of understeer, I think, with the braking. And Muller's got a gap in a faster car. Coming down the Conrad Straight, should be pretty safe here. There's Camaro. He seems to be going through his tyres at the last. at a larger rate than Muller does. His dad's a Wilkinator, 0 round, I think it's finished. So Dad's might have had another issue. And there's Jules. I think he's pushed his tyres far too long. I don't know what strategy he's trying, but I don't think it's working. Nijog goes in the pits. Might probably allow Kim to move up a place, maybe. We'll see. As Muller goes through past the pit exits, as we look at CS Smith there, starting his hill climb. Oh, it's now a drag race. We'll see. Nijog has got a bit of a disadvantage coming out of the pits, but Jagger breezing past the Lancer, and in fact there's a purple sector there from DJ. Two-thirds of the race gone. Puts us in the pits there, and he's completely out of fuel, so he's going to fuel up, but I think Smith is far too way back. In fact, he's behind Muller. That's new takes a look, but as soon as he comes out of slipstream, he loses that thing, and he's just not got the power to get past. It's like Max coming into the pits. We'll see there, it's the Lancer got it. I expect he may get alongside, but I don't think he will get past for the slipstream. In fact, he's not really even gaining. And if we look on board now from New Jogger, as he takes a look, he's a little close, and maybe a little tap there, but couldn't really tell as he's made the move into the corner. That's where he has to do it. As Smith is on all over the back of Muller here, as Muller is not going to let him through coming down the hill. Just taking a nice good line, and he's got a good corner there. Muller, that might keep him safe, but Smith is on a charge on fresher tyres. Muller's coming to the end of his stint here. He gets in the slipstream. As they come down the kinky and the Conrad Straight into the heavy braking zone, and Muller's broke a little bit early, I think, just to let Smith through there. There's a point where it's not worth fighting, especially if it looks like the case Muller's about to come into the pits. It's like New Jogger's gaining on Kim here. He seems to have dropped DJ Rice a little bit. Now Kim's going into the pits. And could be why Kim has had a lot of fuel on board. Muller goes out staying on the super soft tyres. We look there as New Jogger doesn't manage to get the undercut on Muller. What's a purple sector in that slipstream, but he's not making any much inroads into the car. Because slipstream strength on Gran Turismo is quite strong, probably a little bit too strong. One of the other things they messed with, it used to have a range of about 0.8 per second, now it's about 1.5. It's setting they've messed with to for the FIA, I think, more than anything else. Just wish they would allow us to have a choice whether we want to use it or not. Same with the pit stop timing. A choice in the lobbies would be really nice, as anybody from Gran Turismo ever gets to see this, to have realistic pit stop times, which were in the game before as a choice. Therefore there is a bit of strategy nowadays. You don't see the medium and hard tyres which were run on occasion in the area DRC before the pit stop update. You don't see people trying, well, you do see the odd person like Jules trying to go long on one single set of tyres, but it's generally pit stops or anywhere between, generally happen between every 10 and 15 minutes for super soft and soft tyres, circuit dependent. As we move ahead now, I see Smithy coming into the pits. Looks like he's going to go for a fastest lap. He's got over the 8 seconds he'll lose in front of Muller to allow him to do that and put new boots on and see if he can get it. His Muller's had a happy day, disconnected technical issues during qualifying, which cost him greatly, but he's started at the 13th at the back of the grid and he's pushed his way up to 3rd. And if he can hold it for the next 5 minutes, I think he'll be very pleased with that. Nijogger is a great 4th in that car. It's not a great car around here. Kim, again, is suffering slightly more tyre wear than Muller. Not the greatest race for Mac. His Wilkinator's had a decent recovery drive, considering he was well off the back at the end of lap 1, having to make an extra pit stop. Daz, who's had a issue with staying on the track today. Jules, who's just run his 2 stint, considering the amount of tyre wear he's getting. Canny, who's not at the greatest way, so it's like we've lost Ben. Due to an unstable lobby. With lots of DC issues. No Gadget tonight, who was stuck on airport in this one. He's also driving the NSX. It would have been interesting, he could have stayed with Putz's pace. Slides around the corner, that's where his tyre is going. Super soft tyres is going on, trying to get that fastest lap point. There's Nijogger. Green Hell is the next race up for Drivers' Room in week 4 of season 1. That will be followed by, that's Super GT or GR2 as they're known in the game. Followed by Interlagos with GR3. Bit of a classic one there for the game. Also got GR1 coming up at Spa for the first time in the Endurance Championship. GR4 at St Croix. And GR2 rather strangely picked track of the small Sargenda track. Not really looking forward to that particular race, but we'll see how it goes. It looks like we're starting the final lap. And the position's been pretty short at the moment, doesn't seem many battles out on the track. There's Camaro there in 5th. Tyres time to go already on his McGann, but he's got a large gap over Rice in 6th place, so he should be quite easy. Just needs to keep it clean. So Nijola briefly in shot there, a good 4th position. An ups and down race for DJ Rice as we look. As a race winner, and deservedly so, flawless race from Putz. Bit of a bad start, but well recovered. Well, he will take the spin. Smith in 2nd. He's all purple. He'll maybe get the fastest lap coming down, but he couldn't keep his tyres. Had the pace. Not the tyres, I think. So he's going to come down to 2nd place here. Congratulations to all competitors finishing, and looking for Ben disconnected again. That's 2 times this season for Ben. He's had a bad luck as Mother comes 3rd, up from 12th, and gets rid of his penalty before crossing the line. Great play, Nijola there, 4th place, followed by Kim in 5th. So both front wheel drive cars in the top 5. Bit of an up and down race for Mr. Rice today. As he brings the Jaguar over to 6th place. Hit the Mac. And that is his greatest race there in the Lamborghini. Tyre wear being causing the issue, I think. 7th place. Dad's a up and down grass cutting race there, 8th. Decent recovery drive from Wilkinator, but he's dropped off at the end. Jules in 10th, he'll be followed by Canny in 11th. So there's our converse stand, puts it up as our race winner. C.S. Smith in 2nd and Muller in 3rd. Well, that's after, so thanks to the drivers, and see you next time.